Think back to the very first time someone told you to swallow your tears. You were likely just a kid. Maybe you scraped your knee. Or maybe you just felt an intense wave of frustration you didn't have the words for yet. And an adult looked at you and said, "Don't cry. Be tough." That moment wasn't just a passing interaction. It was a line of code, written straight into your nervous system. We grow up learning that visible emotion is a liability, a flaw to hide so we can look composed, controlled, bulletproof. But what if your nervous system simply refuses to play along with that script? In the late 1990s, psychologist Dr. Elaine Aron began studying a subset of the population whose brains genuinely process the world on a different frequency. If you are someone who cries easily, you are not overreacting. Your brain is physically built to absorb more sensory and emotional data from your environment. When neuroscientists look at brain scans of highly sensitive individuals, they notice something fascinating. When exposed to emotional stimuli, these brains show significantly higher activation in the insula, the region responsible for self-awareness, and the mirror neuron system, which allows us to intuitively register the feelings of others. Your brain is not broken. It is just remarkably responsive. For the average person, an emotional signal registers, is evaluated, and then fades away like a background music. For you, that same signal lands like a physical impact. Psychologists refer to this as empathic resonance. It is a beautifully exhausting phenomenon where you don't just feel for someone else, you feel with them. You see a stranger struggling in public, and your throat tightens. Your eyes fill with tears before your conscious mind even has a chance to analyze the situation. It is an involuntary mirror reaction. And because you absorb these signals so completely, they linger. Most people can have an intense argument, shake it off, and move on with their afternoon. But if you cry easily, you likely suffer from what psychology calls emotional rumination. You get back home, and you replay the conversation. You stay awake at night, decoding the exact tone of someone's voice, or the split-second look of disappointment on a friend's face. It is easy for outsiders to label this as over-dramatizing, but it is not drama. The signal stays in your system longer.